Hello, hello, hello. What is good, everyone? Let's just boom. We're back. It's very bright. Let me fix that. Oh my god, I look crazy overexposed right now. Are we good? Looks okay. We got that annoying line that I hate. This annoying line that I hate. So we're gonna fix it and everything's gonna turn red for right now. Yeah, we're red. We're red for now. But regardless, thank you so much for being here. Obviously, I was not here last week because I was very, very sick. My nose was all congested. You could still kind of hear it, honestly, but I'm getting on the over of that. But it was really bad, and I was genuinely like, I do not want to be streaming, constantly blowing my nose and being all gross and stuff. But luckily, we do not have to worry about that because I'm on the positive of that, which is great. I did not want to deal with that, and I did not want to subject any of you to hearing me deal with that for an hour 30 minutes. So what we're going to do today for One Piece is we're going to have reactions to both 1158 and 1159, which just released today. I'm very excited. I know nothing about 1158 still, which is really satisfying. But I am assuming that with the combination of these two chapters, or in one of them, or not the other one, we're essentially going to see God Valley. I think God Valley is kind of what we're leading up to at this moment in this flashback with the stuff that Rox was talking about, with the Day of Fate and stuff like that. I feel like that could be God Valley, whether he intended for it to be so or not. I more so think his intended Day of Fate was probably him becoming the king, and that was like his stand to do so. But with what I was kind of thinking about with in our last discussion with the Helen of Troy stuff, with Shocky, maybe that could throw kind of a curveball into Rox's plan. Not entirely certain, but I'm excited. I'm just making sure everything is good. Shouts to everyone who is here. It should be good. So let's do a bit more speculating. But first, I do want to do, of course, our membership stuff. Since this is the first stream of this month, we're going to do that. Let's do that. Not start a poll. Membership gifting. There we go. Let's see these 5 lucky members. Go. Alright. Shoutouts to Sungjin Woo, Brandon King, The Real DXTC, Shriyan Jakoda, and Joaquin R. Shouts to those lucky 5 who just became members of the channel. Sorry about that. I am kind of sad that I wasn't able to stream last weekend, especially, because what I was hoping to do... Oh, sorry, my layers are getting really, really weird right now. What I was hoping to do was do a stream for a game I've been very, very much looking forward to, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, which I did play over the weekend, last weekend, and I had an absolutely amazing time. I'm going to be playing that game day one when it drops. I had a lot of fun. I played with a lot of friends. It was a fun time, but I wish I could have streamed it. Could have put more people on, wish I could have, but it is what it is. A lot of people played it, which is really cool. I think we're good with the lighting now. We don't need the red. Is the line there? Maybe the line's there. Up the line that I hate. Whatever. Alright, now for a bit more like thoughts and speculation, I do think the God Valley thing is happening. How exactly do I think it's happening? Not entirely sold on the Helen of Troy stuff, but I definitely want to keep that in mind when going through the chapter. If I'm thinking about other things in general that I'm like really set on, I don't entirely know. I also don't know if any of the titles themselves are spoilery, so that's a lot. And obviously, of course, with the all the God Valley stuff, there was that thing at the very end with the Gorosei talking about Harold joining the world government, and they said he would only be able to join if he killed Rox. Now, obviously, I don't think that Harold is going to kill Rox, because I feel like Rox dies on God Valley. Unless Harold was on God Valley, which would be a cool little wrench in that. But, I don't know. I can easily see them fighting, but not being like some endgame thing. We already saw that when they were at Marie Joie, so that would be interesting. But, overall, not entirely certain how this is all going to pan out. I'm excited because of that, which is awesome. But, I don't know. I'm very conflicted on how I think things are going to pan out with that in specific. But, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Alright. So we're going to start out with chapter 1158. And then at some point, I'm going to put like a timestamp for 1159. We're obviously going to do some discussions about 1158 before directly jumping in. Unless I'm like chomping at the bit, which is definitely possible. Okay. So here we go. 1158 is called Rox versus Harold, so kind of what I was speculating on them fighting, which is obviously a great alley-oop from the ending of that last chapter. And we're continuing with this person, this grave person. I remember this was like the West Blue guy, and I was really confused on the West Blue guy thing. Like, who could that be? I think we were kind of landing on the guy who looks like Zoro. I think that's kind of what we were landing on, because we don't think Ryuma's from the West Blue. But let's continue. Okay. Alright, so Yamato's cover story doesn't say anything in here, so I guess we just don't know. Here lies the heroic pirate of justice. Okay, the heroic pirate of justice. Now, who could... Pirate of justice. So this has got to be someone old. There's got to be someone old. Heroic pirate of justice. So that's got to be like some ancient guy. I mean, this is at a very old temple in Ringo. And they got to be important to Wano. Oh, there's something on the side. Kozuki. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that 100%, but that's kind of insane. That's kind of insane. So the grave says Kozuki Moria, which is a lot. That's a lot. That's like not at all what I expected. But this is interesting. Okay, so Moria fought Kaido in this snowy section too, which is really cool. Moria also was the introduction to Wano. Very cool. And he robbed graves, and this entire section is graves. Very interesting. There's a lot of interesting stuff here. So that means Moria is way more tied to Wano than we ever thought. That's cool. That's interesting. And Moria could be really relevant coming up as well, with him being sprung from Hachinosu. Okay. Kazuki Moria. So obviously Kazuki Moria, unless, no, that's impossible. This is not Moria's grave. But there's a grave of someone named Kazuki Moria. Now, One Piece is interesting because it does the, you know, a lot of naming stuff. An inherited will through names. There's no chance this person isn't connected to Gecko Moria. There's no chance. But Moria, obviously, has the last name Gecko Moria. And there's Kozuki Moria. Now, Moria obviously could have just had like a mother who was Kozuki clan, and then, or they took a different name because they were being persecuted by the people of Wano. Like, that's interesting. Okay. Or maybe they'd left. Like, they were from the West Blue. How did the Kozuki clan get to the West Blue? I don't know. It's very interesting. Very interesting. Do I know how to react to it? Not at all. But we're just gonna let that exist. Moria is Odin's family. That's crazy. We're just gonna let that go. Okay, Rocks vs. Herald. Roger. Okay. Alright, sorry, we're in so deep right now. In a certain stretch of sea, Oro Jackson, Roger's ship. Oh my god. Okay. Hey, Captain Roger. They're saying Shaki opened her own bar on Pirate Island, and it's all the rage, too. We were so bummed out when she abdicated her Emperor's throne. Emperor's throne. But now that we know where to find her, let's go check it out. Hey, remember that Pirate Island is under Rox's control. Her Emperor's throne. So they're obviously not talking about the Yonko when it comes to that, but that's interesting. Should probably talk about her literal position as the queen. You know, Rayleigh, I couldn't help but notice that Roger's mood soured right after you two had that conversation in the captain's cabin. What? Oh. Is this going to be him talking about him being sick? Okay, wait. What did you two talk about? It was nothing. I wasn't going to tell anyone about this, but I'll make a special exception for you, Roger. And so Roger's saying, Rayleigh saying this, and then Roger's saying, so this was when we fought the Kuja before she abdicated? What? Oh, okay. Okay. So Rayleigh was probably told something or noticed something. I remember noticing that Shakuyaku seemed to be ailing from some kind of illness. When I heard the news that she was giving up her position, I worried for her health. And it turns out that ever since then, you've been sitting on this note she passed to you. Oh, it's like a love letter. It'll be a love letter. I know. It was too awkward to bring it up. It's clearly a love letter. How else should it be interpreted? It says, come and get me. And you say you're not tempted by this at all? I wouldn't say there's no temptation. I just don't want to be tied down, you know? Well, I do. That's fun. Okay. Listen up, folks. I'm not admitting defeat yet. Oh, look out. Roger's feeling feisty again. Oh, Rayleigh's all smiling. Okay. Pillaging is a pirate's true calling. If you want something, you take it. Ain't that right, boys? You're talking about Shaki? That's right. Why would she be off at Rox's Island of all places? Everyone should have an equal shot. Let's go and take her. I'm hungry, Marks. Feed me. I literally thought that this little bubble guy was Shanks. Because the hair is so, like, lightly shaded. But it's Roger in the straw hat. Wow. Grub's already on. Eat all you want. Okay, and that's, I guess, Mad Marks. Is that his name? Mad Marks? Is the chef. I did not remember that. Slightly earlier in time. What a weird way to phrase that. Sacred Marijois 40 years ago. Garling. You're getting ahead of yourself, Garling. The previous tourney just ended. Oh, this is God Valley. This is God Valley. They're talking about the tournament. So, and the previous tourney just ended? Like, that God Valley was just one of the many, like, little slaughters they did? That's crazy. Not that that's, like, shocking, but, like, saying it just ended. Wow. Okay. I know, but I was just working on a separate matter, and I happened to moor my ship at this particular island. It's an unaffiliated nation with its own unique culture. I recommended that they join the world government, but I could not secure an agreement. The island is rich in resources and would be a great benefit to us. On top of that, I found something preposterous there. A discovery I never expected to make. Oh, okay. The Great One will be quite pleased with it, I'm sure. So Garling knows Emu exists. That's crazy. That's crazy. At like this long ago, he knew. Therefore, I strongly recommend God Valley for our next competition in 2 years' time. A discovery I never expected to make. So something's at God Valley as well. It was picked for a specific reason. The Great One will be... The fact he knows Emu exists, that's crazy. Okay. He knew. Okay, we're at Shocky's bar with the Roger Pirates, probably. That's crazy. Garling just knows. Excuse me. Sorry if that's loud. Alright. We're still good to go. Sorry, I just had to really lock in there. Hey, the line starts back there. It costs that much? I can't pay that. Step around back and you'll do 2 years free labor. What? Okay. I came all the way from the North Blue. I hear you've got great whiskey here. Everyone says your stew is the best, Shocky. That's so sweet of them. How precious. But I don't cook for the likes of you. It's just like I imagined. This is the best. I've got an order of my special simmered beans for you, Shocky. Oh, and we're all out of whiskey. Cheaper rum will do. Here's your high-end whiskey. I've never been so thankful for abysmal service. Oh, the Rock's crew is here too. Okay. Oh, there's gonna be a fight that breaks down in here. What's the matter, Rocks? You seem so fulfilled. If I didn't know any better, I might have think you've lost interest in me. Huh? Ma. See, a woman's intuition can be scary. Hey, pipe down. It's supposed to be a secret from everyone. What are you talking about? You're so dense. It's not just a woman. That's the face of a new father. What? Huh? What? Sorry. Oh, okay. Okay, hold up. So, is the implication here that Rox just had a kid that had Blackbeard? Blackbeard, okay. Hold up, Blackbeard, One Piece age. Because it's 40 years ago. If he's 43, he's now 40 years old. So he just had Blackbeard. Like, just did. If I didn't know any better, I might think you've lost interest in me. Okay, so they all know. All the girls know. So Shocky knows, Big Mom knows, and Stussy knows. They all know that he just had Blackbeard. Okay. Hey, Shocky. It's me, your lover boy. Ah, it's the Roger Pirates. Quick, get a picture. Oh, on the wrong scroll wheel. Oh, Roger! How many times do I have to tell you? This is my island. And it's Shocky's place. No fighting between customers, remember? So quit yapping, Porcupine. That's a cute little nickname, Porcupine. Okay. What about the huge line outside? Did you wait the whole time? How'd you get in here? Line? What line? Come on, boys. Let's get a round of drinks. Can't stand the noise those people make. Closing out Newgate? Put it on Rox's tab. Oh, Roger. Where's Ray? Oh, I told him to come with us, but he's resting on the ship. Said he wasn't feeling good. Roger, darling, how I've missed you. You finally come to take me away on your ship? Gloriosa. I keep telling you no. I don't need a woman who throws hearts all over the place, causing chaos. But Shocky would be an exception, of course. What kind of logic is that? Oh, so... Shocky saying, I'll pass too. Because she misses Rayleigh. This is so stupidly messy. Okay. Hey, is Newgate around? I want to have a drink with him. He just left, mama. Stupid Rayleigh. Why didn't he come? No. No. Is she gonna have the love sickness? She looks like she's falling. Oh, oh, that's so cute. So Rayleigh's on the boat singing, and Shocky heard and is falling. That's so cute. Miss Shocky, let us tend to you. Get your grubby man paws off of her. By Shakuyaku's own decree, any who visited her bar were forbidden from fighting on the island. So even when rival pirates crossed paths here, no warfare resulted. But at sea, it was a different story. That goes hard. This panel of them, like, back to back. That is cool. That is so cool. Oh my god! Okay. Okay. So, this is just Rox fighting Harold. What? Okay. I thought we were going to see Roger fight Rox for a millisecond, but... Crazy. That was a crazy page turn. Okay. So, we're seeing Rox and Harold clash. Awesome page layout here. Awesome. How can you let the government get inside your head like that, Harold? Believe me, I wavered on this. Is this so important to you that you'd kill your own friend to make it happen? You're just falling into line. They're using you, and you don't even realize it. Don't you see? This is their answer. They only see your kind as a military force to be harnessed. They'll turn you into slaves and call you soldiers. Where's your warrior's pride gone? What does your own free will say? Don't act like you understand any of that. Our history of violence, from when we called ourselves warriors, is nothing but a shackle that weighs Elbaf down, now that we seek the way of peace. Also, to understand any of that was from Harold. I think you're a good man, Harold, but we've been raided by giants in the past. Fear's not so easily wiped clean from the nation's mind. I'm sorry. Listen, Rox. No matter how foolish and impetuous the celestial dragons may be, they have the power to usher Elbaf into the circle of the world. No longer will we be on the outside. Oh, whoa! Stop it, you soft coward. So Roxas uses him. That's a wild... I don't know if this is an ability or something, but he did some crazy damage. Also, this is very interesting. This little thing here. They have the power to usher Elbaf into the circle of the world. No longer will we be on the outside. Right? This causes Rox, like, a lot of, like, seemingly mental strain. Which is really interesting to me. I'm curious to see if because Rox, you know, maybe he's feeling that with him being like a member of the Will of D, but not a member of the Will of D, like on the other side of the Will of D. That's interesting. Or maybe because he's a member of the Will of D, he was also seen as an outsider because of that. That's interesting. You soft coward. Okay. Okay, wait. Why is this not moving? Okay, here we go. Why is the scroll not working? The scroll is not working. Okay. The talks are off. I'm never inviting you again. I am the king. I can't risk my people's lives on the losing battle of a villain like you. That's so, like, childish. I'm never inviting you again. That's so childish. Okay. They could not see eye to eye. The odd little friendship between them came to an end. And for the time being, they no longer met. Okay, so for the time being, they will meet again. Until the day of that fateful incident, God Valley. So Harold was on God Valley. Okay, very interesting. I'm just assuming the fateful incident is God Valley. I think that makes sense. More news about Rox. Is that gonna be him dead? That's him dead. That's him dead. Yeah. Rox isn't coming, Loki. Shut up, you old hag. Want me to pour you some juice? And then he has this shocked expression, like an angered expression. Yeah. God Valley. Twin boy. Oh, Shanks. Shanks. Okay. They're so adorable. And they've got your red hair. We're meeting Shanks' mom? And dad? We don't know. We don't know the dad. Yes, they do. We can only hope they turn out as wise as you two. Without their father around, we'll have to help with that. Thank you, sir. And what are their names? Shanks and Shamrock. That's crazy. Okay, so we're meeting Shanks' parents. That's not what I expected. So, without their father around is obviously presuming Garling, right? That's obvious. But the mom, we're meeting Shanks' mom. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. I like how you can kind of tell who is who just from the little demeanor of them as a baby. Okay, that was good. That was good. It was a lot of shocky stuff, which I think is cute. I like all the little, like, gossipy stuff. And it adds a lot of, like, emotional tension to not just God Valley, but also God Valley, the Rox crew. I also want to point out something I think is really cool, is the fact that in this chapter, we're assuming that Blackbeard was just born. We're assuming. From panels like, what's the matter, Rox? I might think you've lost interest in me. Woman's intuition can be scary. All the girl major characters right now, all, like, kind of know that Rox just had a kid. Not Whitebeard, though. Whitebeard... Or is that Whitebeard? who said that, or it could be, it's Whitebeard. It's got to be. And I like that Whitebeard said that because he wants a family so bad. And when he sees someone who has a literal family, like that's cool. That's cool. So Blackbeard was born, right? We're just going to assume that Blackbeard was born, but he was hidden away. We're just going to assume that. But here, at the very end of the chapter, Shanks being born is like put on like crazy display. It's like Shanks being alive is such a major deal for this world that like we're having a whole page dedicated to him being born. That's it. Blackbeard being born is not even on the page. And obviously there are memes of Blackbeard off screening. You know, that's obviously a huge meme in the community. The fact that Blackbeard's birth was off screened is hilarious. It honestly reminds me of the meme of Doofenshmirtz, like, none of my parents showed up to my birth. That literally is what it makes me think of, which is so sad. Oh my god. That's what I'm thinking at the moment. Like, that little parallel is very interesting to me. We know that Shanks and Blackbeard are around the same age anyway. And it said Blackbeard was born 40 years ago. And now we're at 39 years ago. Blackbeard is born. So that's got to be what this entire little section here is. With Shocky talking to rocks. That's got to be what that is. I'm also going to open this light a little bit. It's getting a bit dark. No, it's a bit too overexposed. My forehead's going to blind people. Yeah, I don't know. This is a good chapter overall. This was good. This stuff with Shanks must have been like a big deal when it came out. Also, what are people thinking about this Kozuki Moria thing? What is this? Because, like, I like this, but, like, there's no way that's literally Gecko Moria. It's got to be, like, an ancestor. So it's confirming that Moria and Odin are related in some way. That's at least what I'm thinking. It's very interesting. And it further ties Moria to Wano, which I like. This chapter was overall good. It felt very fast to me. I don't know if that's like a me thing. This felt like very fast. Where a lot, I'm not going to say a lot happened, because this entire first half with Rox and Shocky and Roger was cute. Then we had this little bit with Harold, and then like Shanks. That's it. This chapter was only 14 pages long. So it definitely felt fast. I think this chapter was fast, and the next one might be more substantive. I don't know. But overall, very good. And this action here with Harold and Rox was pretty impressive. Okay. And also this thing here. Garling knowing Emu. That's crazy. And of course he goes to God Valley. Yeah. I found something preposterous there. A discovery I never expected to make. Okay? So he found something on the island. And I think, realistically, he went to the island, saw this thing, and then was like, oh, I gotta have children with someone on this island, so I have a reason to come back. Even if God Valley doesn't happen. But that's very interesting. Very, very interesting. We go. Oh, I don't want to say that, but like, do we think this woman has the will of D? Maybe that's the preposterous thing he found. I don't know. Anyhow, Shanks' mom. That's cool. That's cool. All right. Let's continue. The Island of Fate. Hold up. Let me make sure I see, what time is it? 37:45. It will be my pin mark for the thing. 37:45. That'll be my timestamp for 11:59. Okay. The Island of Fate. And this cover page is significantly less meaningful than Kazuki Moria. Time to munch on apples and return to the flower capital. So that's a cute little joke because Ringo is apple in Japanese. Okay, nothing crazy. It's just a cute little thing. All right. All right, we are on Full Lead Island, and it's a dark and stormy night. You know what that means? Shocky definitely got kidnapped. Definitely got kidnapped. All right. Pirate Island, Full Lead, 39 years ago. Did you look everywhere? Don Marlin was on last night's security team. They've all been killed. So even Don Marlin couldn't keep her safe? It's unthinkable. Who could have done this? So Don Marlin is dead. You know what? He wasn't at God Valley, so that kind of makes sense, but that kind of sucks at the same time. He had a fun design. Rest in peace, Don Marlin. He definitely killed a lot of people. What did you say? Huh? Our Shocky's been kidnapped. Yep. The crime happened within a window of just a few hours. Oh, they're going to probably think it's Roger. Because of course they are. Ah, Wang Zhi. Ew. Wang Zhi. Oh, Wang Zhi. Oh, okay. Is Wang Zhi the mole? Because Wang Zhi made a ton of bread off of this one. He made a ton of bread, and he's happy. Oh, I love this. That's messy. That is so messy. Okay, but without any clues to solve the mystery, the pirates could only wail and gnash their teeth in anger. That's a cool way of it. They gnash their teeth in anger. Oh my god, and Gloriosa's so upset. The dichotomy of Gloriosa sobbing her eyes out for her sister, and Wang Zhi like, oh, that's so gross. I love it. Please be safe, Shocky. Please. Damn it, rocks. What are you doing over there? I'll tear you to pieces. And that's Roger being angry. The news swiftly crossed the seas. Oh, and Rayleigh's so upset. Shocky. Smiles vanished from the faces of all the crestfallen people. And it was said that all economic activity around the world went stagnant for a few weeks. Oh, 4 weeks. Bro, what? Just her going missing. Well, being kidnapped. Oh, God Valley. God Valley. Oh, Garling. I'm happy to see you. Oh, this is 38 years ago. So we're in God Valley. Like, is very much fast approaching God Valley. Oh, Garling. I'm happy to see you. I always believed you would come back. Shamrock, Shanks, it's your father. You had twins? They're adorable. Yes, and they're yours. Now you can live here with me. She's gonna die. Oh. If they're living anywhere, it won't be here. This island will cease to exist soon. Huh? And I've already special ordered a wife who is befitting of me. All I have to do to make her mine is to win this competition. Shocky! I was right. I feel so happy. Okay. Competition? She's gonna die. Ooh! We never even got to know her name. Oh, that's so awful. That's so awful. Begin the preparations. Yes, sir. Disembarking now. The world government's Navy ships are here? Yes, they've got the whole island surrounded. Is there some wanted criminal on this island? Bring the children indoors. Use only tranquilizer rounds. Apprehend those who do not resist. Okay, Garling, that was so heinous. That was heinous. I'm so happy to see you. I always believed you would come back. Within, like, minutes. Within literal minutes of you reuniting with the mother of your children, You murder her. And you say, everyone's gonna die. I got a wife befitting of me? Like, what? What? Oh my god, is this Dragon? That's Dragon. That's Dragon. Lieutenant Commander. What is the purpose of this operation? So Dragon is literally... This is going to be what changes Dragon. God Valley. Oh, that's so awesome. That's so awesome. Because Ivankov was here. Kuma was here. And now Dragon was here. He looks so weird. He looks so weird. Lieutenant Commander, what is the purpose of this operation? It's training. And you're in no position to ask questions, Rook. But sir, platoon leader, what is this kid's problem? Sorry, sir. I'll give him a talking to. Oh, you. Oh, you there. What's happening? Don't resist. Just stay put. Huh? Run for it. They're arresting everyone. Yo, Metro with the 5 gifted Dog Pound memberships? Shoutouts to Hebye, Meloskenti, Audrey Seamard, Melikira Music, and Jingo Jangle. Shouts to you, Lucky 5, for being gifted members to the channel. And of course, shouts to Big Metro. We're going to wait a bit while this goes off. I did not expect Dragon. You know what? This is a very interesting and cool change of pace. Alright. Dragon is probably going to have a big wake-up moment right here. This has got to be what's happening. Like, what else could it be? What else could it be? This should be the last one. I think it is. I think it is. Alright. Run for it. They're arresting everyone. But why? They just look like normal civilians to me. Stop thinking. Individual thoughts only distract from the will of the group. Focus on completing the mission. But that is so horrible. This is... Yeah. This is Dragon. How old is he? He looks really young. Like, really young. It's fine. They're tranquilizer rounds. I'm not killing anyone. I'm sorry about this. If you allow us to arrest you, I won't have to shoot. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm leaving the island. Out of the way. Put on your masks. We're using tear gas. Wow. This is... I want to see a Kainu here, too. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Navy prison ship carrying slaves. Wow. He's 17 here. Thank you. So we got some, like, server room. Oh, so the server room carrying the slaves is probably where Ivankov, Ginny, and Kuma are. That would make sense. Did I just hear someone? Oh, there we go, Ginny. Wow. Hey, bro. Ginny, you're alright. Yeah, it all worked out. The intel agent should come by to get us later. Intel agent? Would you kids shut up? Don't ruin things for the rest of us. You're going to get us all punished, too. Punished? Oh, you fool. We're all going to die if you don't try to learn where the ship is going. And you don't even struggle to survive? What makes you think you'll be lucky enough to make it out? Don't play games with miracles. Hang on, bro. The prisoners are rioting. And there's Kuma. I didn't know that slaves could be so feisty. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Are we serious? Are we serious? Are we serious? Little kid, big news Morgans? Is this what I'm seeing right now? Cypherpole? This is the Cypherpole HQ? Oh yeah? You heard some incredible intel? What is it this time? Don't play dumb. I know you people picked it up too. Now pay me. You want me to sit on this scoop, don't ya? How does some kid's local paper with a fancy name get an intel network like that? Careful, or they'll snuff you out. Quahaha! I like that laugh. Quahaha! It's like a bird noise. I love that. Just try it. Either way, I'm leaking this to Pirate Island. And it's not big news. It's just Morgans. It's not big news Morgans yet. So, even as a little kid, he had the bird fruit. I feel like this throws so many, like, theories out of the way. Like, oh, he's a Roger pirate. Oh, he's a This is so interesting. So, how does some kid's local paper with a fancy name get an intel network like that? It's because he could talk to birds. I want to know who this kid is. Who is Big News Morgan? Like, bro. He had the fruit from this young... He's a little kid. And he had the fruit. Alright, back to Pirate Island. And the news is that Shocky's on Pirate Island. That's probably... Do you remember the meme? There was a meme going around like crazy of Shocky... her existence being on God Valley. That was the thing that Ginny revealed. That's probably true. That's probably true. So Shocky's still alive? Are you serious? Where's she now? God Valley. Where's that? Sorry, let me mute real quick. Got a cough. And we're back. Okay. Sorry. I love this. Where's that? And then, of course, Wang Ji. Wang Ji selling out Shocky is crazy. Like, he probably got in with the world government. That makes me really sus of Caribou. Genuinely, that makes me really sus of Caribou. That Wang Ji was in with the world government, wanted the money. And now Caribou might be working for the world government, but likes Blackbeard a lot. It's very interesting to me. That seems fishy. You sure about your source? The Navy's been taking action, so it seems solid. Oh, there's Gloriosa, so happy. She's a prize in the Celestial Dragon's game. So that means whoever kidnapped her was with the government. Damn it. Shocky. It's the Celestial Dragon's manhunt. I always thought it was just a tall tale. They've got devil fruits too, Kaido. You wanted one, didn't you? What powers are they? Could be good for my kids too. Strusen. Ugh. Kaido looks very menacing here. His eyes are just cast in shadow. You're sure not? And you're sure it's not a trap? Shut up. If you're not committed, stay here. The rest of us are going to God Valley. And Roger's on his way, of course. Hey, Gabon, where's God Valley? Not close, but I'll make sure we're in time. We're going, right, boys? No question. Oh, Rayleigh totally is in love with her. Look at his face. So Rox is on the move. Don't let him get the jump on us. It took just the tiniest bit of classified intel to set off all of the fiercest warriors of the sea. And then this is the same panel of Garp on the phone. getting the thing that Roger's going to God Valley. That's awesome. And the smallest bit of intel was Shocky is there. Okay. Oh, it's a giant ship. Is that Harold and Rox? There's no way that's Rox's ship. That's Rox's ship? It's so nice. It's a giant ship. Who cares? Sink 'em. No, wait. What is it, Rox? Don't slow us down. I was told to stop a certain pirate crew that was infatuated with a single woman, Rox. If we make use of our strength, it could be child's play to sink your tiny ship. Do you see that boat in the distance? We've got government monitors. And you think this is winning you points with the world government? Don't underestimate what we can do, King of the Giant Oafs. Does it please you to serve the government that sits on its comfortable perch and watches us destroy one another? I suppose it does, because you're the madman who wants to change Elbaf no matter what. Now, can we talk in private? Okay. Something is going to happen here. This discussion is going to lead to something, I feel. So Rox and Harold are going to say something that's going to like change the game, I feel. Because the talk in private, and this is like, the flashback is coming to an end soon. I'm sure you've heard where we're going and why. Well, I'm only going to tell this next part to you. It's not even for my own crew to hear. His son. He's going to talk about Blackbeard. He's going to talk about Blackbeard. What is His Majesty talking about over there? Well, la-di-da. He's having a toast while my beloved Shocky is waiting to be rescued. Okay. 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 Now, this is what I am talking about. This is peak. The truth is, I've got a hidden name. Davy D. Zebek. It's not Rox. It's the name of a clan that I suspect the world government has long tried to cover up. The descendants of the legendary pirate Davy D. Jones. So D isn't Davy. What? Okay. So, okay. 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 We took root in the criminal underworld and continue to eke out a living even today. Okay. What is the D? What is the D if not Davy? Okay. What? Okay, so do we know anyone else? Do we know anyone else? Do we know anyone else? Do we know? Do we know? Davy Jones. So Davy Jones is real. That just confirmed he is real, right? Not like some myth thing. He was a real person with real descendants that do exist. It's not like the sun god where they did exist, but we don't have like a through line thing. Oh, this is crazy. Okay. My timing was either great or terrible. You see, 2 years ago, I had a kid. And to make sure that danger couldn't befall them both, I sent my wife and child to my homeland and told them to seek the Davy clan for help. The Davy clan. I see. So your kin and your wife and child are there in your homeland. And you would admit this exploitable weakness to me? My home is God Valley. So the government did this as a means to lure you into their clutches. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so the Will of D clan, all of them are on God Valley, which makes perfect sense. Because God Valley, it always had the split in the middle with the waterfall. And if we look back at it, let's just look at God Valley again. It kind of looks like, well, that's, I'm reaching it up there. But whatever. That's interesting. That is really interesting. That is really interesting. So Shanks is a member of the Will of D. Shanks is a member of the Will of... That just confirmed it. If every person on this island is from the Will of D, if I'm not imagining, Shanks is a member of the Will of D. Shamrock's a member of the Will of D. That's crazy. Okay. So, the Davy clan. The Davy Jones is real and existed. So, shit. Now I'm a bit frazzled right now. Okay. Davy D. Zebek. That's his name. His name is Davy D. Zebek. Descendants of the legendary pirate Davy D. Jones. Okay. That makes sense. My home is God Valley. I sent my wife and my child to my homeland and told them to seek the Davy clan for help. Davy is the D clan? Davy is the D clan. Because I was kind of confused. So the D does stand for Davy? Or no? I don't think the D stands for Davy if Davy D. Jones is his name. Right? Okay, I think people of the Davy clan are on God Valley, but not all the people. That I also believe. Okay. Okay. So the government did this as a means to lure you into their clutches? Nah, the celestial dragons are converging on that island. They don't want me coming there. That was a miscalculation on their part. Interesting. It feels as though some great act of fate is pulling all the strings behind the scenes. Kidnapping Shocky was their fatal mistake. As long as my wife and kid escape, I don't care about the rest. Whoever's side fortune is on, Harold, it doesn't feel like mine. So lend me your aid. I refuse. I'd rather sink your ship right now. That's your choice. So be it. Don't attack him. Huh? Though hard to believe, once every 3 years, the Celestial Dragons choose an island rich in resources and unaffiliated with the world government, and carry out a manhunt game there, slaughtering all the natives. And we see Roxas burning Harold's ship down, or blowing it up. Somebody help. This can't be happening. Okay. Okay. Hold on. In addition to the rare and exotic devil fruits, we have our grand prize of the event. Hailing from the Isle of Women, within the calm belt of the Grand Line, the previous empress of the Amazons, praised as the most beautiful woman in the world. Her name is Shakuyaku. And the whole crowd is losing their minds, all these horrendous looking celestial dragons. Take her for a wife or make her a slave. The decision is yours. The day of God Valley. So God Valley is next week. Bro. Okay. God Valley's literally next week. Oh, Dwa, she is so beautiful. I want her. She was kept in pristine condition after being caught. A truly elite prize. She's perfect. Wouldn't bring her into the Shepherd family, Summers. Don't be stupid. If I win, she's my slave. She's my wife. Stop dreaming, Sommers. With you here, Gunko, we might win a trophy in the family competition. Oh, Gunko looks sick, though. This outfit's awesome. Alright. Please, get my children off this side. Children! Children! Please, get my children off this island. Don't let him have them. Come here, Teach. It's alright. You have to live through this. Wow. Wow. So Blackbeard's mom is gonna die. Like, there's a trail of blood. She's dying. She's dying. Which is cool. That's another great Shanks and Blackbeard parallel right there. Both their moms died when they were, like, really young. Okay, great parallel. Lastly, every world noble is aware of them. In addition to the Buccaneer Boy serving as a super rare rabbit in this contest, we have another target who's been found at long last after 800 years. The Davy Clan. This is crazy. Okay, the Buccaneer Boy is probably Kuma. Unless they're talking like Blackbeard is the Buccaneer Boy. But it's probably Kuma. Because Kuma's been so obviously addressed to us as the Buccaneer Boy. It's probably him. But the Davy Clan is probably Blackbeard. Unless he's both. I don't know. People think he could be. It's also interesting. Please get my children off this island. So we know Blackbeard is here. He looks so sweet. He looks like... Oh, this is horrible. Oh, okay. That's not the same scene? The scene of Dragon is not the scene with Blackbeard? Really? Also, I'm looking to see the chests. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. 3 chests were added. What do we mean 3 were added? Unless we think they were added like as the game was ongoing, and essentially they were like, oh, and we got a special new prize for blah blah blah, you know. Don't let him have them. Garling. Okay, I like that interpretation. So Dragon was talking to the mom, and Blackbeard is that, like, to me, I would have not got that. I would have not got that. See, like, get my children off this island. Don't let him have them. To me, especially because of what we just saw with Rocks, I would have assumed that was the mother of Blackbeard talking about Rocks. I feel like that's kind of obvious. Like, that's how my brain would, like, see it. So this is Shanks's mom. That's cool. I like that Dragon saving Shanks, and Shanks would become a father figure to Luffy. That's incredibly satisfying storytelling. Incredibly satisfying. I wish there was a transition kind of line. You know how Oda does those? Like, we have one at the beginning. There should have been another one if there should have been another transition line if we were cutting away from Shanks to Blackbeard. That just makes sense to me. Okay. Okay. Okay, alright. Okay, Shanks is a Will of D to me. I'm how would Garling figure this out? How would Garling figure this out if Shanks's mother was not in the Will of D? How would he figure this out? He was obviously trying to get intimate with someone. Maybe I can't think of it though. The thing he found out was the Davy clan existing there. But that's interesting though. If Shanks' mom was a member of the Davy clan, why would Garling choose to have children with her? Because he's obviously, you know, a piece of crap. He's not going to actually have any meaningful relations with any woman ever because he's terrible. So why would he do it with someone? Why would he have kids with a member of the Will of D if the world government hates them so much? That's interesting to me. That's interesting. Especially because he knows about Emu. He knows. Okay. So other people were confused. It wasn't just me. Okay. Because I... That's very interesting. I hope that gets cleared up a bit. Like, in a later release or something. That's very interesting. Huh. Yeah, okay. Alright, that was great. Next week is going to be insane. Alright, I think we can all agree. Next week is going to be insane. God Valley is next week. If we cut away from this, I have no idea what's going to happen. Unless we're just seeing Loki. Unless we're just seeing Loki react to God Valley. I get it. But, like, with all of that we just got. Dragon's here. Blackbeard's here. Rox's wife is here. Rox's name is Davy D. Zebek. So Blackbeard is Davy D. Teach. That is his name. This is insane. This is crazy. And the fact this is technically all over Shocky is the funniest thing ever. But, like, this whole thing with Rox, my timing was either great or terrible. You see, 2 years ago I had a kid, and to make sure that danger couldn't befall them both, I sent my wife and child to my homeland and told them to seek the Davy clan for help. What makes that really interesting to me is that, to me, that sounds like something exactly that Dragon would do for Luffy. It doesn't even... That's basically what he did. It's basically what he did for Luffy. I can't be around my kid. I'm too dangerous. I'm the most wanted man in the entire world. I'm not going to have them around. Do your own thing. Right? And then who is in this chapter? Dragon. Dragon is a major character in this chapter. Like, that is so interesting how Oda's doing those kind of... It's like, it's not foreshadowing, but it's like he has other characters that, like, parallel characters in the future or stuff like that. And Rox's whole thing is taking down the world government, but to supplant him as the main guy. And Dragon obviously wants to take down the world government as well. But we're seeing it from completely different points of view. That's so interesting. And Rox's home being God Valley. Like, was that... It's like what he says here. It feels as though some great act of fate is pulling all of the strings behind the scenes. Whoever's side fortune is on, it doesn't feel like it mine. Like, that's so crazy. Whoever's side fortune is on, it doesn't feel like mine. That is like... That is so depressing, but the way he's so, like, he's so confident about it. So lend me your aid. Like, bro. All of it, like, coming Like, Rox didn't need to be from God Valley. He didn't need to be from there at all. But him being from there adds this whole new layer to it. Because we were joking for, like, weeks. Like, oh, they're going to go there to save Shocky because they're all in love with her. But, like, now with Rox being there, it's like, it's so much more emotionally charged for him in specific. And, like, having Blackbeard be there and Shanks there. The fact they're both there at the same time. Like, that's crazy. It really ties, like, their whole lives have been like this. Constantly going back and forth. Blackbeard and Shanks. It's crazy. And, like, thinking about this now, Rox put Blackbeard on this island, basically abandoned him, but not really. He didn't really abandon him because he told him to like, stay with the Davy clan. And Shanks, his parents are complete piece of garbage. Like, not Shamrock, Garling is horrible. Like, I despise this dude. He is absolutely horrendous. But he is willing to let go of everything just so he can have it the easy way. But Rox is not willing to do that. He says, as long as my wife and my kid escape, I don't care about the rest. There's still that thing that he has to have. He's anchored to something. And that is inevitably what's going to get him hurt and killed. Because he's totally going to die here. He's totally going to die. Now, if he dies protecting Blackbeard, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. And, of course, Shanks doesn't end up going with Shamrock. Shamrock. I keep saying Shamrock. Garling. He doesn't end up going... Well, he technically doesn't end up going with Shamrock either, because Shamrock ends up being with Garling. But Shanks is taken in by Roger. I wonder how Garling's going to react to that. I wonder. This is crazy, guys. This is crazy. Like, this is some fan fiction stuff. Like, maybe not fan fiction stuff, because we didn't know about Rox for too long, and seeing him, that's fan fiction. But, like, seeing Dragon on God Valley, seeing Blackbeard on God Valley, this is crazy. Children are our parents' weakness. That's exactly what Dragon said. Exactly what Dragon said. And I feel like the Dragon Rox parallel, like, I'm not crazy with that. I think that is intentionally being done, especially since Dragon is in the chapter. Also, big news, Morgan's well, not big news, just Morgan's being here is really cool. And Ivankov and Ginny, that was also really cool. The fact they're in here and Dragon is in here as well, that's a very, very satisfying, like, the puzzle pieces are being put into place right there. That's awesome. That's awesome. And this line here, I feel, is very different from Dragon, though. If you're not committed, stay here. The rest of us are going to God Valley. That's interesting. Because we know, we've been ripping on Dragon for, like, years at this point that he doesn't do anything. But this line, if you're not committed, stay here, I feel like he would never, ever say that. Because he would want everyone there on, like, a full force, like, we're all in this, we're all doing it at the same time. There's no way that we're not splitting up. Because if they split up, there's a way higher risk of them being attacked. And the reason why he might say that is because of this right here. This soldier, this horrible, horrible, horrible man saying, stop thinking. Individual thoughts only distract from the will of the group. Focus on completing the mission. This quote right here probably changed Dragon's entire mentality on how things have to be done. And Rox's whole thing, his whole group dynamic, is individual thoughts. If the Rocks group wasn't just like a complete chaotic mess, they would have taken over the whole world. That's no doubt in my mind. I don't know. This is crazy. This is crazy, guys. And the hidden name thing, Davy. I wonder what the water name is now. I saw someone mentioned it earlier. I think it was Invader Zach. Yeah, Invader Zach said, I need more info on the water surname. Do we think that Davy is connected with the water? Because Davy Jones' locker is like the sea and stuff like that? Like, that could be something. I could easily see that being the case. Like, Davy Jones, like, let's just... Oh my god, dude, there's so much here. This is so much, bro. Davy D. Zabek, bro. This is crazy. This is wild. Hmm. Jones's supposed fate of being cursed by the devil to live on the seafloor resembles prominent cultural beliefs about devil fruits, which causes the consumers to sink into the curse of the sea devil. I need to know what the Will of D is, bro. Like, it can't be Davy now. It can't be Davy. Unless it is Davy. Unless it literally just is Davy, but with D, so they don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like... I don't know. It's gotta be like... All D names seem connected to animals and nature/elements. So you're talking about like Jaguar D. Saul, Monkey D. Luffy. I guess technically you could say rocks, because rocks, literally. What would a marshal be? Like a marsh, I guess. Like a marsh? Huh. I don't know. I don't know about marshal. Because that, isn't like, that like kind of a police officer thing? Like a marshal? All of this crazy information and still no real clue why Blackbeard allegedly never sleeps. I hope we get all the answers soon. The Blackbeard sleeping thing, like, that's totally gonna get revealed. Well, here's the crazy thing, right? We're getting all this stuff about rocks, and Blackbeard just appears. You know what I mean? He's just now in the plot. And I love that. I love that, you know? Blackbeard, just like, sure. Sure, we got this nice golden hour lighting, like I'm being beamed into another universe, so we're gonna slightly close those a bit. I don't know, I feel like there's so much, guys. There's so much here. And I'm very excited. I'm very excited. I'm a bit overwhelmed, to be honest with you. I'm a bit overwhelmed because it's a lot. It's a lot. So I'm very overwhelmed. Do we think Shanks is a member of Lil D? I think yes, right? It has to be. The fact that there's twins, the fact one is good and one is bad. He has to be a member of Lil D. Especially because the woman was immediately killed. Immediately. to me, that just is. And it would make it more interesting why Garling would have children with the member of the Will of D. Why would he do that? That makes no logical sense why he would do such thing. My theory is Dragon finds his fruit in a chest on God Valley and then puts Shanks in it. That would be awesome. I would love that. I would love that. Okay. Okay, I definitely think 59 was better than 58. I definitely think that. I don't think any of us are really going to disagree with that, but I'll do a poll for fun. Let's do a poll. Alright, which chapter are we rocking with more? I think 59 would win. I'm pretty... Sorry about that. I'm pretty set that we think 59 is the better chapter. That was crazy. Wow. Wow. Probably, no, of course, like I've mentioned this before, the reason why I was very skeptical on these two being brothers, or dare I say twins as well, was because of Corazon and Doflamingo. That was the major reason I was against Shanks and Shamrock being siblings. That was the major reason. Especially twins. Because I didn't want that, like, same, you know, same thing happening. The nature-nurture thing. But if they are members of the Will of D, it could be interesting. Because it could be the good Will of D members and the bad Will of D members. So it'd be Shanks is like Luffy and Shamrock is like Blackbeard. It would make perfect sense. It could be more of a nature thing than a nurture thing. Or it could be both. I mean, Roger raised Shanks and Shamrock was raised by Garling. Presumably. The D means Davy, and double names are important. Davy Jones, Tony Chopper. That'd be crazy. Have you guys talked about Child Moria being present on God Valley too? I just tuned in. Did we see Moria? Was Moria there? I wouldn't doubt it. Like, was he there? I'm gonna look at every panel of these people being attacked right now. Oh my god. No way. No way. That's not him. No. That can't be Moria. I see this little child, but there's no way that's Gecko Moria, bro. There's no shot. There's no shot. There's no way that's Gecko Moria, bro. There's no way. I see exactly who you're talking about. It's this panel here that says, don't resist, just stay put. Oh, not that. Okay, panel after Garling stabs the mother. Okay, let's see. Panel after Garling stabs the mother. No, that's... I don't see that in that. The one I'm seeing is... It's when Dragon is being told by these, like, soldiers, like, to stay in line, essentially. And there's people getting shot down with the tranq darts. Yeah, I see what it is. It's this kid here. There's, like, a mother, a little girl, and this kid with, like, black hair. It's kind of swooping up into, like, a flame look. That's who you guys are talking about, right? Which, honestly, is not too far off from Gecko Moria. Also, yeah, I apologize for the keyboard typing. I apologize for that. Yeah, it seems like the poll is a massive sweep that this chapter is better, which I completely agree. We're going to end the poll. Yeah, that was a deserved win. That was like Hydrogen Bomb versus Coughing Baby. That was a lot. That was crazy. Okay. It's getting dark in here. Hold on. This is a great chapter. He's missing the horns, but Oda drew him as a child. When Oda drew him as a child. But he has cowboy boots. In general, if it's clothes, the theme of God Valley's okay. I remember baby Kid Mori had horns. I swear he had horns. Like an SBI. Yeah, he did. He had the two little things. I know who you're talking about. I actually see him here. I see him here. He's kind of like bigger though. He's got like kind of a t-shirt. Unless there's another one. If there's like a specific page you guys are looking at, you could send it in the Discord. You know, just send it in the new One Piece chat in the Discord. Actually, since we're let me mute real quick. Let me mute my mouse. What? Mic. Yeah, so in the Discord now, there is now a One Piece like chat, and I used to have it as one of those discussion forum-y things where people could make their own thing, but I feel like that kind of disconnected the chatting of it. So now it's just one big chat again, which I don't know, I like that more. Can't wait for next week. Oh, I am ecstatic that this is in 7 days. You know, I don't want to say I'm glad that I, got sick and couldn't react to last week's chapter, but, man, this was a great one to come back to. Like, I am so locked in immediately. With the Widow's Peak. I forgot to mention about Young Dragon giving tons of Vegeta energy. Oh, he totally is. He looks a lot like Vegeta in this one. It's so funny. He looks so angry. Like genuinely angry and pissed off, which is like more than just stoic, dragon, as always. Spirit of Adventure asks, do you always stream every chapter? Been a long time since I saw a channel update. Yeah, I stream every chapter when I can. Obviously, like I've been saying, last week I was sick, so I didn't stream last week, but I'm no longer sick. I still have like sinus crap going on, so my head is kind of congested with like snot and all that crap. But I've honestly been pretty good throughout the stream, and if I sound congested, I do apologize, but I've been taking this stuff that's like declogging my nose because it's been so annoying dealing with this crap for like a week, because I was sick last week, but this week it's just like just nose stuff. It's so obnoxious. So I apologize if you had to see me like disgusting. So I did not want to stream that last week. But yeah, I do stream every chapter when it releases on Sundays. And I just avoid social media at all cost, like One Piece wise, when I do when I'm like not obviously streaming, since I know, lots of people are just fiending for spoilers. So pretty much every Tuesday, I kind of just go offline and, do my own thing, pretty much. Okay, wait, hold up. 50-50, Oda forgot to draw stuff before, but didn't Oda do this before revealing Moria in the cover story? What? Vazu, I'm kind of confused what you're saying here with the 50-50 thing. With Kuzan presenting pudding. Yeah, I'm kind of confused what you're saying there. Probably Davy Jones is hidden as a pun in Teach's Bounty in 4760. Yo na no re. So, Ghost of Yona? What's Yona, though? What's Yona? Davy Jones, like Jones, like Yona, like Jones. I guess I see that. I mean, that would be fun. Davy Jones. Okay, like is I don't know. If it's a pun, that's cool because Oda loves to do that. Oh, 50-50 on the kid being Moria. Yeah, no, I agree. If the kid is Gecko Moria, and this is like right after he reveals that Kozuki Moria thing, that's cool. Because then it also adds to the West Blue thing, because God Valley's in the West Blue. Thank you, Spirit of Adventure. Yeah, my nose is definitely better. I've been taking this like liquid thing for the past 2 days, but it makes me really tired. So I haven't taken one in a few hours because I would just fall asleep on stream, and I'm not going to do that. But around like when I'm normally going to sleep, I'll probably take one, and hopefully it'll be better by tomorrow. By the way, it's Hint Sunday. Hint Sunday. We're dropping hints now, not even spoilers. Some stuff is already out in the forums. Yeah, like it's so difficult to like. You know, this is why I appreciate you guys being like a kind of a shield for me as well. Because I love One Piece. You guys know this. I love being an insane, rambling man. But going online for this stuff is just like very daunting. It's very daunting. So what I'm kind of saying is like I appreciate you guys, you know, listen to me rambling. We had a lot of people in here today too, which is really cool. And it makes sense. I mean, this is a pretty hype chapter. It's a pretty hype chapter. First used in print in 1726. The name Davy Jones' origins are unclear. Oh, okay. Davy Jones to a ghost of Jonah, and then ghost of Yona. I like that. Ooh, these lines are driving me crazy. Hate the lines. That's cool. Gil Bastar was in here? Let's see that now. Gil Bastar. Next to Rayleigh, apparently. Let's see. Gil Bastar next to Silver Axe. Oh, not the Rayleigh, to Silver Axe, yeah. There was a panel of Silver Axe with Shiki. Oh, is that him? Is that him there in the hat? That's got to be him in the bowler hat, right? Because he did wear a hat, didn't he? He did! That's crazy! Gil Bastar. I love Gil Bastar. That's awesome. That's awesome. I kind of saw the vision with Lafitte though. That would have been cool. That would have been cool. I would have liked to see some other Blackbeard people be here, but they're too young probably. Except what, San Juan Wolf? He's probably pretty old, I assume. Let's see. He's probably pretty old. Alright, let's see. So, obviously the main thing out of this chapter, like the major thing, is that Davy Jones is real and Blackbeard's ancestor. That's crazy. Like, that's actually insane. And God Valley, maybe not all of God Valley, but a portion of it is all Will of D members. So what, this lovely little golden hour lighting right now? This is crazy. No, I agree, Winston. If Blackbeard's crew helped him escape, that would be interesting, but I do think they are probably too young. Still golden hour lighting right now, guys. Whoever's side fortune is on, it doesn't feel like mine. That goes so hard. That goes so hard that almost feels like a quote a hero would say. But he is like the most... He's not even... He is despicable. He's a terrible, horrible person, but he has quotable. This dude is like the Thanos of One Piece. He's just dropping these crazy lines over and over again. It's like, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, I'm thinking... It's almost been 2 hours. I think I'm probably good to wrap it up. I'm also kind of getting congested, and I don't want to get, like, gross, because that would be annoying. Overall, that was an amazing chat. Also, Gunko's here. That's cool. Gunko's here. Oh, I hate these lines, God. I hate the lines. Alright. Gunko's here. That's cool. I hope she does something in God Valley as well. That would be interesting. Yeah. Getting kind of congested. So we're going to end. But overall, that was an amazing stream. I appreciate everyone for being here. 2 really good chapters. I think I definitely do prefer 59 over 58. Especially because 58 was really short. 14 pages. This one, 59, 16 pages. You know what? That's good. But next week is going to be a banger. God Valley. For the fate of the Davy clan. Cannot believe I'm saying that. It's going to be an absolute smash. Do have a quick question real quick. I decided to change up the thumbnail to make it Luffy in like an Elbaf kind of vibe, because it would have been really cluttered if I did like the 58, 59. What do we think of the thumbnail? Do we like the Luffy Elbaf fit? Should I just stick with that? Should I go back to my normal face with the prayers or whatever? Let me know. Let me know. But with that, I should be... OMG, that means... Hold up. OMG, that means... That means... Oh, God, my nose. Oh, yeah, Metro is going to Japan during God Valley. Cannot believe it. Bro's gonna see the actual God Valley physicals. Now, that sounds like a pretty good cop, I'm not gonna lie. If Mr. Metro wants to send me a physical God Valley release, that'd be kind of, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. But... yeah, as I was saying, really great chapter. Next week, stay tuned. Sunday, the 14th, we're going to have a God Valley stream. Maybe it'll be a pretty long stream because, hey, a lot of people are going to want to be chomping at the bit to talk about God Valley. So, it's a lot. And, you know, fingers crossed for Buggy on God Valley. You know, we have a lot of people here. If I see Buggy on God Valley, it's over. It's over. If I see Buggy on God Valley, people are already speculating in the chat, like, Gecko Moria is going to be here, or is here. I don't know. But, yeah. With that, thank you all so much for watching. It's been a great stream. I appreciate you all. Next week, September 14th, we will be back for God Valley and the fate of the Davy clan. I cannot believe I can't believe it. Alright. You guys have a good one.